Today we are going to start 7th lesson, that is classification of elements, the periodic table. Just think of a super bazaar. When you step into it, you see a particular arrangement of goods inside it. When you look for needed grocery, you can select it easily. From this discussion, you understand that for any system involving several things, a particular order of arrangement of those things is essential. Even in chemistry, there are several elements. Scientists have been trying to classify the available elements into a limited number of groups on the basis of their properties. In the year of 1661, Robert Boyle defined an element as any substance that cannot be decomposed into a further simple substance by a physical or chemical change. At his time, about 13 elements were known. Towards the end of 18th century, by the time of Lavoisier, another 11 elements were discovered. By 1865, about 63 elements were known, and by 1940, total 108 elements were known. In that, 91 elements are natural elements, 17 elements are synthetic elements. By now, including synthetic elements, there are more than 115 elements. In previous classes, we had learnt the classification of elements in metals and non-metals. Examples: sodium, potassium, etc. are metals. Sulfur, chlorine are non-metals. But this classification had so many limitations. Aluminium has some metallic properties and some non-metallic properties. Elements of this type are considered as metallides or semi-metals. So, there was a need to classify them in other ways. Chemists started to group these elements on the basis of their physical and chemical properties. In the beginning of 18th century, Joseph Louis Proust stated that hydrogen atom is the building material, and atoms of all other elements are simply due to the combination of number of hydrogen atoms, and the atomic weight of hydrogen is 1. So that at his time the atomic weights of all elements were given as whole numbers.